So, some time ago, a friend of mine had just returned from a vacation in Bali. And after about 5 or so days of being home, she gave me a call and she was almost in tears on the telephone. What she said was that when she was in Bali, her meditations had kind of taken on almost this magical, effortless quality. She would wake up with the sun, 6 or so in the morning, just go down to the beach and just sit in meditation for an hour sometimes. And she had this sense that she was really getting connected to this ability to meditate. And yet, when she came home from Bali, her meditations were anything but effortless. It felt like beating her head on the wall, where she felt like she could barely stay in meditation for 5 minutes, much less an hour. And she was really at a loss as to what was going on there. And really what happens is sometimes when we go to really beautiful locations or we meditate out in lovely gardens or in really peaceful, gorgeous settings, some of the beauty of the externals themselves are doing some of the work in our practice for us. Meaning it's been clinically proven that when we see beautiful things, when we hear beautiful sounds, when we smell beautiful smells, it tends to have a deeply calming effect on our central nervous system. So when we go and meditate in those environments, our meditations can actually feel a lot easier than they are when we're just at home in our living room or whatever it is. So really what we are learning how to do in meditation is to create an inner Bali, right? To create this ability to connect with peacefulness, calmness, beauty even, that is inside of us all at any given time. We've just, for the most part, forgotten or lost connection to it. And when we meditate at home, and even when it's difficult, and even when we're not in beautiful settings, we're starting to learn how to access that place within our mind that is beautiful and peaceful and calm as, say, Bali. But it's what we would call an inner Bali. And when we develop some degree of skill with creating this inner Bali, we can take this sense of things out with us into the world. So if this sounds good to you at all, kind of an inner Bali, the next time that you don't feel like meditating, you'd rather eat a bag of chips and watch some tube or whatever it is, if this sounds at all good and intriguing to you, use this as motivation for your practice. I want to be able to cultivate an inner Bali that I can feel and access at any given time, even in my workaday meetings or at a busy grocery store or when the kids aren't behaving. Wouldn't that be amazing? And yet that's exactly what we learn how to access in the practice of meditation. So I hope so much there was something of benefit here for you. Thanks so much for showing up.